Why do landowners work with a land trust?
Usually landowners that come to us and want to protect their land, they have land that they're attached to and they care deeply about, and they see what's happening to a lot of beautiful land in the area. Either it's being developed or mined or farmed in a way that's inappropriate or logged in a way that's inappropriate, and they just want to make sure that those things never happen to their land. They want to ensure that their land stays in a natural, beautiful state in the future, sometimes for their children or relatives, but often just for the public good. So sometimes it helps too that they can get significant income tax deductions for doing this too.
Land conservation tools.
There are three primary ways that MVC protects natural lands. The simplest of those is outright purchase and ownership. MVC buys land in some circumstances. We obviously don't have a lot of money as a nonprofit to buy land, but we are lucky in the state of Wisconsin. We have state grants we can get that will cover anywhere from 50% to sometimes 100% of the cost of buying land. So if there's a piece of land in our territory, especially land in our priority areas, and it's very nice habitat and there's some obvious public benefit to getting it, we will try to purchase it. And then once we own land, we manage it and it's open to the public. Sometimes people will give us land, people that don't have children to leave their land to, or for some reason want to make sure that it's being held by somebody who's going to take care of it and it's going to benefit the public. When somebody donates their private land to MVC, they are typically eligible for an income tax deduction equal to the value of that land. So after the land is donated, they can get an appraisal from an appraiser of their choice, and then that appraised value can be given to whoever does their taxes. And it's likely, although it depends on their individual situation, that they can receive a charitable donation deduction for the value of that land, the full value. But most of the land we protect is with private landowners who are willing to enter into a conservation agreement with us and develop a plan that their land will always be protected and remain in a mostly natural state. And those conservation agreements are a great fit for a lot of people because they can still own land, they can sell it in the future, but they've agreed to a set of some basic restrictions like limited development or no mining or conservation-minded forestry and agricultural practices. They've agreed to those restrictions, and those restrictions stay with the deed forever. And it's MVC's job and commitment to make sure that the wishes of the landowner are carried out.
Mississippi Valley Conservancy has 10 priority areas. Within these priority areas lies various natural communities that MVC is working hard to preserve.
Some of the natural communities that exist within the MVC working territory include oak savanna, hill prairies, sand prairie, cool and cold water streams, wetlands, algific talus slope, and the southern hardwood forest complexes. That's everything from black and red oak forests to the maple basswood, much more mesic forest that we have in this area. We have this amazing mosaic, and through a variety of different disturbances such as development and parcelization and the ceasing of fire running across the landscape, it's really pushed us towards just a few different communities. And so it's important to protect all of these so that all of the species, the different suites of species that depend on each of these systems, can persist.
MVC not only preserves land, but also works to restore habitats.
We're going out there and we're taking communities that have been damaged or degraded in some way and rehabilitating them and bringing them back close to what they once were. And in other ways that we've been able to recreate communities, and over time eventually they'll take on that character.
Land trusts like MVC promote biodiversity and protection of rare species.
Northern monkshood, which is federally threatened. We also protect a variety of bird species at our New Amsterdam grasslands property, including the Henslow sparrow and the Bell's vireo, both of which are state-threatened species. There are also a number of species of greatest conservation need at that particular site that are associated with grassland, including the bobolink, the eastern and western meadowlark, the dick sisel, grasshopper sparrow, And these species of greatest conservation need, although they're not listed as threatened or endangered, they're listed so that we can catch them in time so that they do not become threatened and endangered, which is important.
MVC promotes recreational areas. The area offers several bike trails, including the Elroy Sparta Trail, the Great River Trail, the La Crosse River Trail, and the Mississippi River Trail. Many other areas allow for hiking, birdwatching, hunting, and exploring.
Not only is every resident and visitor to the Coulee region affected by the work of MVC, but also everyone has the opportunity to contribute to MVC's accomplishments, whether through contributions of money or land, or through volunteer work, and to claim a stake in the gift of a beautiful region that we leave for people years into the future.
How can you help Mississippi Valley Conservancy?
You can help Mississippi Valley Conservancy by becoming a member, carrying out land protection efforts on your lands, doing volunteer work for MVC, and providing financial support.
It is important for people to recognize that MVC's ability to protect land with monetary contributions from donors is leveraged at about a 4-to-1 ratio through the generous grants that MVC receives from several sources. This means that for every dollar we receive from individual members, we can match that with about $4 from other sources. And donors can feel very comfortable that each dollar of their contribution is stretched far and gets much conservation work done. In the more than 10 years of MVC's existence, the organization has succeeded in conserving much land.
We now have nearly 12,000 acres under our permanent protection, plus a couple thousand acres in our landowner registry program. So we're very pleased with our progress in protecting the most important parts of our natural landscape for people to enjoy today and for many generations in the future.
Check out MVC's video podcasts available online and learn more about the work of MVC and the uniqueness of the unglaciated region of southwestern Wisconsin. Just go to MississippiValleyConservancy.org to learn more.
The scenic beauty and unique habitats of the rugged Coulee region are too precious to take for granted. With Mississippi Valley Conservancy working here, landowners and other members of the public have options and opportunities to conserve land and maintain its character for generations to come, while also reaping many benefits today.